Well, with spring training here, pitchers and catchers reporting the last few days, the Milwaukee Brewers have found a lefty reliever for their bullpen. Welcome back to Clemhawks. I'm Gillis TV, and if you're new to the channel, like anything MLB related, don't matter the team, news, whatever it is, make sure to hit that subscribe button as we are on our goal to 4,100. We are 75 away. Thank you guys for all the support. Now let's get into it. The Brewers announced that left-hander Justin Wilson is signed to a one-year contract with a club option for 2024. Since Wilson underwent Tommy John surgery last June, it isn't known whether or not he'll be able to pitch this season, but Milwaukee will retain control over his services when he is healthy. Wilson will remain in the NL Central as he had been a member of the Reds organization since he was dealt from the Yankees as part of a deal prior to the 2021 trade deadline. Wilson ended up posting a 2.75 ERA over his 19 and two-thirds innings with Cincinnati, but his elbow problems limited him to only 3 and two-thirds innings of work in 2022. So the Milwaukee Brewers are taking a gamble on this where they hope Wilson can pitch this year. If he can't, they can club control him next year for a reasonable price and have him pitch if he is ready. They'll know that this season if they're going to exercise that right or not. Wilson averaged 67 games and 61 innings per season from 2013 to 2018, though he missed significant time in 2019 due to elbow soreness, and then in 2021 due to hamstring injury. Through 11 seasons, Wilson has a career 3.41 career ERA, a solidly above average 25.9% strikeout rate. Only real weak link on Wilson's resume, as the southpaw has done well to induce ground balls and limit hard hits over his career. The 35-year-old also has roughly identical career splits against both left-handed and right-handed pitchers. So like I said, this is a good move for the Brewers because if he can pitch, they solidifies the lefty pitching in their bullpen. And if he can't play this season and doctors say, yeah, he's ready for next season, you have him for next season. It's a low signing, it's a low risk reward in this sense of things. This solid performance hasn't prevented Wilson from bouncing around the league as he has been seen as big league action with 6 different teams over the course of his career. The Brewers are certainly hopeful of being the 7th perhaps as early as this summer if Wilson is on the short end of a usual 14 to 16 month recovery period for Tommy John patients. On the plus side, Wilson won't require as much as an arm buildup since he'll be working out of the bullpen, so it would seem like there's a decent chance that he'll be able to be on the mound again before the 2023 campaign is over. Hobby Milner is the only left-handed projected for the Milwaukee's opening day bullpen, and Alex Claudio, Thomas Pannone, and Robert Gaser are the southpaws in camp as non-roster invites. Aaron Ashby might have also factored into the Brew Crew's relief plans if he wasn't kept stretched out as a rotation depth, but he is now going to be out for action for several months due to shoulder inflammation. While Wilson doesn't provide any immediate help to the bullpen, he at least presents some left-handed relief down the road while the Brewers figure out their plans for the start of the season. So like I said, for Justin Wilson, it's one of those things where he's hoping to get back this year pitch. He is a really good southpaw pitcher. I would put him up in the rankings of a Aroldis Chapman, up there with those type of southpaw relief pitchers. Yes, injury bug has gone around for Justin Wilson over the last 5 years, but he could still be that type of guy that they need to in the long end. And if they know he could come back pitch before the deadline, they could trade him too. And a lot of teams, if they see Justin Wilson pitching well and that club control, could really take a stab at the Brewers. If the Brewers aren't in a playoff spot, they could look at trading him for assets. So like I said, it's a low risk, high reward for the Brewers in this sense. And you look at the names that they have non-roster invites in: Alex Claudio, Thomas Pannone. I remember Thomas Pannone for a while. I'm pretty sure if Justin Wilson is back, he will be cut if he makes the Brewers team, and Robert Geiser as well. And of course, with Aaron Ashby being injured right now and more so in the rotation, the signing of Justin Wilson is great. I'm just going to try and pull up his stats here. I think I actually had it up here. Yeah, I did. So for the 2022 season, he played in 5 games. He went 0-1 with a 2.45 ERA in 3 2/3 innings pitched with 7 strikeouts. So the guy has it still, and it's great to see that. In 527 games, he's gone 33-24 with a 3.41 ERA and 467 innings pitched with 510 strikeouts. No doubt in my mind, he's a strikeout machine. You know, he can get it going for the Milwaukee Brewers if he comes back. Nickname is Jay Willie. I didn't know that. That was just kind of a stat on here that he had. A little bit about Justin Wilson. He came into the league. He went from Pittsburgh to the Yankees for a season, to Detroit, which he was traded from Detroit to the Cubs. Played for the Cubs a few seasons. Played for the Mets for a few seasons. Then ultimately signed with the New York Yankees in 2021, where he went 1-1 with a 7.5 ERA, which wasn't his best ever, and then got shipped to Cincinnati, where in 2 seasons with Cincinnati, of course one shortened due to Tommy John surgery, he had a 2.81 and a 2.45 ERA. So his career ERA is 3.41, but you take out that 2021 campaign with the Yankees where it was at 7.5 and the 5.0, he's actually about a 3 ERA type of pitcher, which is what the Milwaukee Brewers are trying to look for when it comes to later in the season, depth guys who can help them out. Because if they're in a playoff spot and Justin Wilson comes back, they can really use his services, get him going. That bullpen will be even better, and I hope Justin Wilson actually can come back sometime this summer later in the 2023 campaign, where he does the things he can do for the Milwaukee Brewers, which after trading Josh Hader, they need someone like Justin Wilson in their bullpen for sure. But that is going to be it for me today, as like I said, this is a great signing if he could come back. But anyway, I'm Gillis TV. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Clemhawks. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm on out of here.